Hey, how's it going? This is Joe. I got my notepad out here again. I think that I did not go in depth about being the center between positive and negative. Being the center and being centered is where I personally believe where we come to discover God or the Creator. Now, I want to sidestep this because I just looked up something. Because in the example that I gave you guys about energy, referring to arousal, I started to think deeper about that and just follow my train of thought because I had to pull out my phone and figure this out. And you guys are going to see this as I see it too. So if you have a man and a woman, and we come to know that the sacral why did I say that? Chakra, the sacral chakra is what is set on fire below the waist, vagina for the woman, the penis for the man. When there's an attraction, the sacral chakra is set on fire, and it's because it's lust. Lust is a sin. Correct me if I'm wrong. But when it's lust, it's low vibrational. And when the man and woman are both vibrating in this low vibrational frequency, they match one another, they get it on. Now, there will be times when only one is in a low vibrational frequency. Chances are it might be a man because on the other hand, the woman doesn't necessarily need to be in a low vibrational frequency because she is just a receiver then. So that's in one fact. What I'm trying to say is you got men that will go and pay for sex, men that are in a low vibrational frequency, actually copulating with a woman who's not in low vibrational frequency, physically or frequency wise, but the whole gist of the woman being engaged in this activity, copulation, and she's not in a low vibrational frequency energetically, then she will be in a low vibrational frequency for the purpose of her engaging in that copulation. And this is what I'm getting. The man is physically and energetically in a low vibrational frequency. The woman is not in a low vibrational frequency physically, but energetically they would be because they're seeking a gain by copulating, or copulation rather. Okay, so this is what I was thinking. I'm like, so how can you say that a man and a woman getting together, lusting after one another, is low vibrational frequency? I thought about it, right? Okay, so I'm saying here's where love comes in. Okay, love, as it's been unproven or substantiated for that matter, as the strongest vibrational frequency on earth. Out in the cosmos, love, to me, I would equate that as magnetism. I'm not going to get into that, but anyway, if love is the basis for a man and a woman, or two men or two women, I got to be inclusive, to get together in a sexual nature, then that vibrational frequency would not be low. That would be high because it's based upon love. That is the foundation for them getting together, love. So that would null and void the low vibrational frequency of man and woman getting together, lusting, and then getting it on. That's strictly low. So I'm thinking like, follow my train of thought. If you have a low vibrational male and a low vibrational female, male and female, both low vibrational, and they switch from low vibration, both of the two, well, the two of them, they switch from being low vibrational and recognize that there's a love that exists between the two that immediately shifts the energetic vibrational frequency from low vibration to high, which means it will be positive. And so saying that, let me show you guys this. Okay, this is what I was drumming up. Let me see. You can't. Okay, so you see it says helium, right? Helium. We're going to delve into science now. Okay, with the elements. Helium is an element in the periodic table chart that has 2 protons. Protons are positive, okay? And helium has 2 electrons. So what you have in here, as if I can explain this right, you have 2 individuals, a man and a woman, that get together. They're both in low vibration. Then they realize they love each other, and that shifts that low vibration to a high vibration. So they go from being negative, helium right there, they shift it from being negative vibrational energy to positive vibrational energy. And 2 positive vibrational energies, science-wise, is 2 protons. Okay? Now, because they are vibrating at a high frequency, I'm trying to explain this the best I can. They are vibrating at a high frequency. That frequency foundation is built on love. They are both positive. They're both 2 protons. Now, the act that they're doing, I'm kind of iffy with this, but the act, them copulating, is low vibrational because it's physical. It's low vibrational because it's physical. So you have a man and a woman that started low vibrational, which would be 2 electrons. Electrons are negative, low vibration. You have a man and a woman that start low vibrational, and then they realize they love each other, and that switches from a low vibration to a high vibration, vibrational frequency. And those 2 electrons are now identified as protons because they're positive. This is what caught me off guard, guys. When you have 2 electrons and you have 2 protons, the element you have is helium. Let's play with that word, shall we? Heal. Heal. So you're telling me 2 people get together, man or man, let me see, how am I saying it? Man and man, or woman and woman, or man and woman. They get together. You're telling me they get together. Low vibration, 2 electrons, 2 negatives, and then they realize they love each other. They switch from low 2 electrons to 2 protons, positive vibration. And the 2 actually come together. It's an element called helium. You saying the 2 of them vibrating at a high frequency, a foundation of love. There's helium. There's they're healing. That's what I'm getting from this. So I don't know who wrote the names for these periodic. This is just one that just tripped me out. Okay, I want to show you guys this. That just got me. I hope that caught you guys off guard, because it did me. Now, what I want to discuss is this chart that I got here, that I drew, and this is from another video I had made. I'm not sure if it was my last, but break it down real quickly again. North is considered positive vibrationally, east positive, south and west respectively negative. Okay, then I decided to draw it out, and then here I just made, I'm not going to sugarcoat it, that's a Masonic symbol. I knew it, I did it, I just wanted to show it. Okay, so what I did with this is I followed the schematic, the diagram that I had up here, and I put it in the same places. And then I draw in a V. And I said to, you could probably want to go back and check that video out, I guess, that where God exists, because I don't even like saying God, you will find your peace, your center, our center as humans, energetic energies. Our center is knowing both positive and negative energies and finding the balance between the two. Now, sometimes the only way that we're able to get or reach our center is that we would have to experience both negative energy and positive. There's no way around that. For you to clearly know what it is that you are not to do or what you are to do, you need to experience both of those. Okay, so I made a podcast. I want you to follow my train of thought because this is how I think. This first thing I want to do, it doesn't matter, at least for this diagram here, doesn't matter where you move or go on this earth. Your center should always be the same, between the positive, between the negative, east, west, north, and south. Your center should be the same, regardless of the situations, regardless of the people. Your center should be the same. Now, I made a podcast when I spoke about who was born first, woman or man. And I gave you guys my interpretation by reading the biblical verse pertaining to the beginning in Genesis. And I made a statement about up, down, north, south, east, west. And I'm looking at it now, and I think I retract a statement that I made. I'm not sure how I said it, but I retract that. I'm always trying to improve myself and understand things. If east is positive and north is positive, and if you look at the human body, if we were to put a human body with a compass, say the body is a compass. I could draw it, but you got your north, south, east, and west. It's stated in the Bible that there was a garden planted in the east. Okay? And immediately, hopefully I can explain this now. I originally drew this diagram as we would say it. We would verbally say it north, south, east, and west. But then something told me to draw it like this, and I did that. And I know why now. Because it said a garden was planted in the east. East is up. So my take on where the garden is, outside of what I perhaps spoke and said what it is, the garden is in the east, up top. That could be literally the heavens, or just the brain, or somewhere in the brain. And man, thank you, it's coming to me, thank you, Spirit. Man was born, man was formed, but he was not yet born. Check that out in Genesis. It says that man was formed, but not yet born. When man was born from the dust of the ground. Dust of the ground. Where's ground? Between positive between east and west. That's where man was born. Let me put this. I hope I don't mess the thing up. Okay. When man was born, man was born from the ground. You got your positive, can't even see it, my bad. And then the negative. East will be, like I said, the sky, whatever, the heavens, the brain, and more specifically in the brain, the garden, where everything comes, everything grows, stems from the brain. The brain thinks of things and manifests. The brain is the garden, if you didn't know that. So east is the garden, and man was born from the ground, dust of the earth. He was born because west, let me put it this way. I'm gonna write this on here like this. Write that like that, okay? So you can see that. Man was born in the east. Well, the garden is in the east, excuse me. And the east being the brain, where things are thought of and then later manifested, like a tree blossoming fruit and bears fruit, right? Then there's also the tree that's actually the whole woman insides and all that crap. But anyway, so you have the brain in the east, and then in the west, the actual human body, the west would be the vagina. And man was formed, but not yet born, from the ground, the dust of the earth, right in the middle. That's the belly. That's the belly. And then it says, thank you, Spirit. Then it says, everyone is born into sin. Man, the belly, comes out the vagina, or woman, forgive me, comes out the VJ, right? Born into sin. Now, I've played with the etymology. I did look it up where the word sin originate, and a lot of people believe that sin is just negative. That's only because our knowledge, what we were taught, is to think automatically as sin meaning something negative. We were raised going to church, whatever. Sin, it's negative. Again, I said I looked up the etymology for it. I do forget. I have forgotten rather. But I like to look at it another way. Let's do it this way. It says that we're born into sin. Everyone is born into sin. So I decided to play with that word, sin. I thought of spiritually. Then it kind of hit me again. Let's look at this. S-I-N. S-I-N. Let's go back up to the diagram. What's the designation for S? Negative. We have no designation for I because I don't know I. We're going to fill it in I. Y'all won't help me with that, but what's the designation for N? N is positive. N is positive. Man is born into sin. Man born into sin, coming out the VJ. West is negative. South is negative. Man born into sin. We're born into sin. Negative. Whatever you want to fill in for what I mean. I thought of something, but this is the direction we're to go. North. Positive. It's almost starting to look like a compass. Interesting, but I thought of like man or woman, however it goes, we're born into sin. Sin meaning for me, and I'm playing with this, spiritually illuminated to move north. North also, with you guys that are really spiritual, could denote north node. We have north nodes and we have south nodes. South nodes would be negative. North nodes would be positive. So I just thought I'd share that, put a little spin on that. There's so much more I want to share. I kind of got in the shower and washed off the worries, the negativity I've been thinking and pondering, and this stuff hit me. And I had to jump out the shower and share it with you guys. There's so much that I think for the lack of people, doing their own investigation into spirituality, and if not just spirituality, I'm going to say this, regardless of your religion, you're still going to have to deal with energy. Because if you do not know about energy properly, chances are you will not be able to receive those blessings that are due unto you, because you won't recognize it. Because everything, I said it before, I'll say it again, everything deals with energy. And for a lot of us that have been walking a certain path for a period of our life, and things just still seem like they're not working out in your favors, because we're not recognizing how things are coming to us energetically. Again, this is a harmless pun about this energy podcast I want to do. I'm still drumming up the anxiety for that. But in conclusion, I'll say this. We live in an energetic reality. Everything deals with energy. What I began to do, and what I would urge any of you to do, is to investigate. It's fine, whatever your religion is, but please heed what I'm saying. Whatever, whomever you call God, or whatever you believe in, it is going to be utmost primary that you understand energy, for you to recognize your blessings when they come to you, needing only to think of your reality, the things that you need in your reality, so that you may continue on in whatever direction you're going for whatever purpose. Then you need to recognize how things are going to show up. How you recognize that? The energy in which things appear to you, and how you interpret that energy, deciding whether, hey, I thought about this and this must be it, then you know to engage or embrace that energetic manifestation of your own. Likewise, blessings, we should know that when we walk a certain way in our life and we cause harm to ourselves and others, then we're going to get the blowback. I'm going to say they call it karma, the negative part of that, because what you send out into the universe returns to you. Energy yields energy. I cannot express that enough. Energy yields energy. What you put out to the universe, positive, will return to you positive. What you put out in the universe, negative, will come back to you negative. I don't care who you are. I don't care who or what God you believe in. You need to understand energy. That's kind of my walk. I'm going to say that, and I'm going to tie this off here. I've found myself in a particular situation in my life where Either I choose to be a certain believer in this religion or choose to believe in a different, whatever the religions. You need to understand energy. Understanding energy, dare I say, will grow a certain aspect of yourself, and whoever you choose to believe as your God or your creator, you will believe that much stronger you understanding energy, because you will finally, as I stated before, be able to identify those blessings that were steadily in your path but you didn't know it, or the discipline of your creator via energy, and you recognized it, but you recognized it for the wrong thing and it bit you in the butt because you did not identify that you were putting out negative energy into the universe, and it returned to you in the way that you put it out, and you immediately grasped it or took it in because it was familiar. You may not have knew why it was familiar, but it was because you put it out there, and it was a lesson. I'm gonna tie this off. Thank you guys. I hope I didn't ramble. Hope I didn't get you guys twisted. Again, regardless of where you are, people you deal with, the situations, your environment, your ground should always be between positive and negative, north, south, east, and west. That's where you find your peace. That's where your center is. And there's, I'm going to say, God, which is within all of us, right? Okay. Thanks again, guys. All right.